Well, we're going to talk to the reigning 350 champion, Chris Mackett. And Chris, you've been out for practice. What do you think? Good chance to retain that title?
Oh, 50-50 as usual, I would think.
Yeah. What's it looks a bit rough. Is it all right?
It is a bit rough, yeah. It's jarring my hands rather, but we'll have to see how it goes.
You were going very quickly in practice.
Yeah, swap bikes. The second bike was a lot better.
Do you mean to say you've got 2 bikes here?
Yeah, got the old Jap.
Right.
That's the one I'm going to be riding.
You're going to ride the Jap?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, is there much difference in the two then?
Yeah, the BSA is generally a lot lighter, and it doesn't seem to handle so well over the bumpy tracks. The Jap's more stable and a lot heavier.
I would have thought the Jap would have been more powerful than the BSA anyway.
No, the BSA's got the edge on the Jap in my view.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
So you've been doing much riding this season?
Yes, this is meeting number 18 this year.
Very good. And have you done well in all these meetings?
Yeah, I think I've pretty near been on the podium most of the time. A few fourth places, but been there or thereabouts on a variety of bikes.
Yes, because I see you're riding the GT140s now, aren't you?
Yeah, I've done the 140, 250s, 350 today, uprights, 2 valve.
But you're going to concentrate on the championship today, are you?
Oh yeah, that's it. Just focus on the one bike. I'm getting too old for doing anything else. One bike really is enough per meeting now.
And have you done anything on the continent this year?
No, not at all. No, I haven't got a valid passport, so that's a stumbling block.
Well, what's it, number 6 if you win today?
No, it would be number 7 if I win today.
Right.
I've won 5 on the trot. One back in 2011.
And you won the AMCA once as well, didn't you?
Yep, yeah, and 2 upright ones. 250 uprights.
You've got a few of these certificates hanging on the wall then as well as trophies.
Yes, yeah.
Well, good luck today, and we'll see you on the racetrack.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Chris. Well, another champion we're going to speak to now, of course, is Phil Ranson, and you won the title last year, and you're back to try and take it again.
Well, you've got to try and defend it, haven't you?
That's
so
right.
I'm back here to try and win it again. That's the plan, but plans don't always happen.
Now, you don't do many races, do you?
No, this is the second one this season.
Right.
But I'd like to do more, but I just never get around to it. I like going on holidays and things.
But you used to race regular.
Yeah, well, I raced for 22 years, then I packed up for probably 14 years, and then I looked and I thought, well, you know, there's lots of blokes that are still racing I used to have good races with, so while I'm still able-bodied, I might as well have a few more years of fun.
Right. You look in condition, that's for sure.
Well, I try. In fact, these Kevlars are the ones I had in the late 90s, and I could still get in them.
And looking back over the years, you've always favoured green.
Well, that probably comes from Simon Wigg when I first started watching Grasstrack. He was probably the man, so I thought perhaps I'll be the man, but I never was.
Okay. So did you have any of his ex-Kevlars or levers?
Well, I have got some. Actually, my spoiler today is an ex-Simon Wood spoiler. I've had his levers. I've had quite a lot of his stuff.
So he inspired you then?
Well, no, there was a few riders that inspired me, but I just obviously in Grasstrack he was the man to look up to.
So who's your main opposition today to try and take that title away?
Well, you've got Roger, Giles, there's a few, you know, you can't tell till you get out there. And one of the biggest oppositions is the bike, because these old bikes are quite temperamental. And, you know, you could win 3 races and then something goes, you know, and that's your end. That's your lot. 4 legs, you've got to...
And you've only got the one?
I've only got the one, yeah. So,
and you've been out for practice?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's fine, yeah, it's bumpy, but I don't mind bumpy, it's Grasstrack, isn't it?
Well, the Eastern Centre used to have quite a few bumpy tracks, didn't it?
Yeah, we rarely had a smooth track up there, so it's not a problem. Just as, I feel...
Fantastic, well, have a great day, and we may be talking to you later as a champion again, retaining the championship.
Oh, hopefully it'd be nice. Thank you.
Thank you, Phil.
Cheers.
we're going to have the presentation. Neil Taylor, former champion, of course, is going to be presenting the medals. There's the medals coming out. So 124 Adrian Vaughan, and then we got number 89 Luke Tuck. Then we got from the South Midlands Andy Gomm from Chesham. And from up north we have Kenny Blaine, number 217. They're just putting the medals on there. You can give them, you can applaud them, everybody. You don't have to just sit and watch. You're welcome to applaud the riders, but please feel free. Next up is number 11 Neil Copestake from the South Midlands. Next to him, the reigning 250 champion Phil Ranson. And then a former AMCA champion, Ian Guttridge, number 174. Next to Ian, we've got number 7. He's riding in the 500s, but not in the 250s. That's Gary Holtham. He could almost push his bike here from Upton upon 7. So number 7 is next up there. Then we have Tim Curnock. Tim actually won the final event at the Free Counties Show that was held back in 2006. They had a pre-75 event at the showground, and he won that. Next to him is the former European champion, also British champion, Gerald Short. Then we have the multi-champion in the 350 class, Chris Mackett. Chris been riding right since the 1970s. He did have a long break, but also rode Rye House Speedway as well, and used to ride down in the southeast. Next to him, Phil Spencer from the Southern Centre, 921. I think that was 124 next to him, Andrew Vaughan, but I think we've had Andrew, so I'm not sure there. Adrian Vaughan, that's it. Roger Taylor is 438. 69 is Colin White. He's an addition to the programme. 171 is one of the Harris brothers from Western Supermare. That's Derren Harris, number 171, and he's giving you a wave. And then we've got number 44, Paul Watts, who is riding in both the 250s and the 350s. He's out there on his 250. Next to him is Giles Dismore, former champion in the 250s. He's just got that bike back, having it stolen. But it's good to see him get his bike back, and it's all ready for race action. He's from the South Midland Centre. Then we've got Herefordshire rider Dave Burry. He started on scramble circuits and youth Grasstrack many years ago, and but it's still going strong. And then we got former international rider and Peterborough and Swindon Robin Speedway rider Rob Fortune, number 51. And then the multi-500 British pre-75 champion Dave Hammond. And then we have number 189 Rob Snow, a former qualifier in the British Masters. And then on the end we've got number 38, a former British pairs champion and upright British champion, and that's Dave Wright from Gloucester. So those are the riders who will be competing in the pre-75 British Championships. So, final riders come up to the tapes, and we're ready for action, ladies and gentlemen. The 250 machines, if you've not been to Grasstrack racing before, they have the green plates with the white numbering. The blue plates are the 350s with the white numbering on, and the 500s you'll find there we have yellow plates with black numbering on. That's if you haven't been before. So we just got one rider pushing at the back there. I'm not sure whether he's pushing off. He's out. Looks like he's out of it. So one rider pulls out before we even start. And we get going. The reigning champion didn't get a very good start at all. He's down in about 8th place. Giles Dismore did get a good start though. So Giles Dismore then leads, keeps it tight on the inside. And Roger Taylor looking at Giles Dismore, Roger Taylor, then Luke Tuck. And now Phil Ranson makes his move up into 4th place. So the reigning champion is up into 4th. And Roger Taylor, Mr. RTS, is on the back wheel now of Giles Dismore. Giles Dismore then just leading, but Roger Taylor right there doing the chasing. But Phil Ranson closing it on the back there of Luke Tuck. And number 44, Paul Watts, is the best of the rest. So Phil Ranson coming up the inside of Luke Tuck. Roger Taylor makes his move on the outside of Giles Dismore, and these 4 is really battling it out here, but Giles Dismore on the white full second out in front with Roger Taylor tucking in behind. Then Luke Tuck and Phil Ranson. With Phil, the champion, is going to make his move. He has to make his move now because they're less than a half a lap to go. Phil Ranson comes up behind Luke Tuck. Now Luke goes on the inside of Roger Taylor, and Luke Tuck's making his move, I think, now on to Giles Dismore, but it's going to be Giles Dismore who takes the checkered flag. Giles Dismore then wins, and Phil Ranson comes through, I think, the 2nd place there, which is amazing. And 189, but old Roger Taylor dropped right back into 4th place. Well, tremendous race action to start us off, ladies and gentlemen. And there's a warning gone out for number 6, Phil Ranson, for taking the pegs out. And the clerk of the course has said that if Phil Ranson does that again, he will be excluded. He probably won't hear that. He's still got his helmet on, but if someone could tell him he's had a warning, please. Right, I can tell you there is a change in the result as you saw it coming over the line, but we'll give you the result. It's a win for Giles Dismore, riding 182, 82 in your programme, but he had 182 on the side. So Giles Dismore the winner, but there is a change. And number 89, Luke Tuck, gets 2nd place because Phil Ranson took out pegs on more than one occasion, so he has been docked a place. So Phil Ranson, number 6, is 3rd. 438, Roger Taylor 4th. In 5th place, number 44, Paul Watts. In 6th place, number 411, Dave Burry. And in 7th place, number 189, Rob Snow. So 182, 89, 6, 438, 44, 411 and 189 is how they finished. We're now on to the Youth Juniors, and this one is sponsored by Banner the Spanner. Right, so there they come, and Austin Richards, I think it was, number 46 who went by, but there's a battle going on there, but just the two are pulling away from the rest of the field. So as they come down towards us for the second time, it is 46 then from 55. Austin Richards, Thomas Vining are the two leaders, and they're well clear of the rest of the field. A couple of lads out there, of course, of James Child's sons, Ethan Child and William Child, and another several Grasstrack names there. We've also got out there Neil Copestake. But 46 to 55 certainly doing the business here. Well clear of number 94, William Child, one of the two Child boys. But number 46, Austin Richards, is in total control here in the youth, and he's all the way down from Norwich in the eastern centre, and he takes the checkered flag. So number 46, the winner, Austin Richards. So 46 dominated the Youth Juniors, a tremendous ride there. Number 55, Thomas Vining, a good second place. And best of the rest was number 94, William Child. We'll give you the result in just a second. Race number 2, the Youth Juniors, a win for number 46, Austin Richards. In second place, number 55, Thomas Vining. In third place, number 94, William Child. Fourth, number 82, Theo Copestake. Then we had, behind Theo Copestake, we had in 5th place, number 97, Ethan Child. 6th was 257, Rico Joyce. In 7th place, number 6, Max Derrick. In 8th place, number 11, Jack Roberts. And in 9th place, number 9, Kia Sales. The numbers were 46, 55, 94, 82, 97, 257, 6, 11 and number 9. We stay with the youth now. These are the youngsters. This is the cadets and the auto cadets. And this one is sponsored by John Banner Promotions. So we just have 4 competitors and ones to watch out for, of course, Archie Rolfe and Oliver Bovington. But as the riders get away, we have the rider with the white helmet who's really taken the lead, but under pressure now as the other 2 follow up behind him. And the other youngster, well, he's going to have to battle all on his own. So then they come past for the first time, 15 and 3. So Oliver Bovington from the southwestern centre, followed by Archie Rolfe from the eastern centre. Those are our 2 leaders, and a great scrap they're having as well, wheel to wheel. These are the youngsters just starting out on the youth scene, and look at this battle that's going on between these 2. And it comes there, number 3, Archie Rolfe. Seems to have got the better now of Oliver. And then we had number 8, Caden Mundy, with Archie Whitelam. Number 92, another one of the Whitelam family. The other rider on track and just starting out, so we'll be able to watch his progress over the next 10-15 years and see how he progresses. But great to see another one of the Whitelam family out there on the racetrack. Number 3 then, with less than a lap to go for Archie Rolfe, and he's pulled well clear now of Oliver and heading for that checkered flag. And a convincing victory in the end. He looks over his shoulder, he is behind, but he's got the victory. So Archie then wins from Oliver in 2nd place. Then number 8, and then 92. So just 4 finishers, the 4 riders who are in that race. Race number 3, the result, sponsored by John Banner Promotions, a win for number 3, Archie Rolfe. In 2nd place, number 15, Oliver Bovington. In 3rd place, number 8, Caden Mundy. And in 4th place, number 92, Archie Whitelam. The numbers were 3, 15, 8, and number 92. Now we move on to the 350 British Pre-75 Championships. This is leg number 1. And in this one, of course, we got the reigning champion, Chris Mackett, along with the likes of Gerald Short and Neil Copestake. Dave Wright could be one to watch in this one as well, number 38. So we got a full lineup for the 350s, and this one is sponsored by good friend Neville Millward, former Grasstrack rider. His mum and dad used to sponsor several of the race meetings, and of course it's good to see Neville still involved with Grasstrack and a great supporter of the Grasstrack. He's supporting this event and sponsoring the complete prize money for this. So thank you very much to Neville Millward, the sponsor of race number 4. Right, the riders get on to the line, and we'll see whether Chris Mackett can hang on. He's finding it a bit hard on the hands, he said, so we'll have to see how he gets on. Gerald Short, this is his only ride this year, so this one, Neil Copestake's got a good start though and leads the way. But as I was saying, Gerald Short is his only ride the former European champions have it. Neil Copestake right in 2nd place. And then we had number 12, Martin Adams. Martin, who's been doing well in the Formula Grasstrack classes up in the Shropshire and Cheshire area. He's holding that 3rd place at the moment, but Neil Copestake looking good. Dave Wright trying to close it and on the inside. The reigning champion, Chris Mackett, he's got work to do. He's then in 4th place. In 5th place is Gerald Short, and 6th place Luke Tuck goes by Gerald. Gerald looks down his machine. I think Gerald Short's got possible problems there, but Neil Copestake certainly has no problems. He's holding off the local driver, Dave Wright, with 1 lap to go. Gerald Martin Adams third, and then we have Chris Mackett. Gerald Short still going, so he still goes the bike going, but he's dropped right back behind Luke Tuck. So the checkered flag is being made ready. It looks like it's going to be Neil Copestake, Dave Wright trying to as much as he can. So Dave Wright gets second, Martin Adams third, Chris Mackett gets fourth place, Luke Tuck gets fifth. And then in sixth it was 1, 2, 4, followed by 44 and 27. So Gerald dropping back into 8th place. We have a warning on it for number 38, Dave Wright. So if he does that, it's just a warning with this race. But if he repeats it in the future race, then he will be disqualified. But at the moment, he still holds his second place. So the official result of race number 4, a win for number 11, Neil Copestake. Second, number 38, Dave Wright. Third, number 12, Martin Adams. In fourth place, number 68, Chris Mackett. Fifth, number 89, Luke Tuck. In sixth place, number 124, Adrian Vaughan. Seventh, number 44, Paul Watts. In eighth place, number 27, Gerald Short. And in ninth place, number 189, Rob Snow. That's how they finished. 11, 38, 12, 68, 89, 124, 44, 27 and 189. We're back with the youth. This is the intermediate class, sponsored by JR's Willow Print. So, and of course the pace hots up because the inters are the ones to watch coming into the adults, and the two to watch for are Cameron Taylor and Mickey Simpson. It is number 87, Mickey Simpson, who's took the lead with Cameron Taylor chasing. So the battle's on, as you can see. Mickey, son of Sean Simpson, who races on as a sidecar, a top sidecar passenger, and we have a rider down on the track. And the red flag's out. The race has been stopped in the interest of safety. Well, that was a good start also there for Kai Ward, number 4. But the speed that Mickey Simpson was going was amazing there. And Cameron Taylor, of course, the local rider, and obviously the generation that follows Roger, Neil, Mark, and then of course Cameron. It's great to see the different families keeping Grasstrack racing going. So away we go again, and the ones to watch for are the three that we saw hit the front, which is Mickey Simpson, Cameron Taylor and Kai Ward. And Kai Ward has got the drop on the other side, number 4 then leads, then Cameron Taylor, and then Mickey Simpson's got work to do this time. Kai Ward taking the outside line, Cameron Taylor the inside, but cool, Kai goes very wide, and Mickey Simpson up into second place. So Mickey, of course, has been riding tremendously well in this year. Cameron Taylor, the battle's on. They've had some great scraps, these two, as the season's gone on. And Cameron Taylor, they just said to Mickey Simpson. Kai Ward lost quite a bit of ground on that far side. Here comes Mickey then, closing up on Cameron as they go up to the top corner. And they come round and they continue to wind line as they come into the pit turns. It's side by side, wheel to wheel. Kai Ward still holding that next place. Then number 21, George Pardo, holding the 4th place. Well, Mickey makes it challenging again as they go up to the top corner. And nearly overdid it there. And they hit the back wheel, Cameron Taylor, and he's down. Mickey Simpson goes down. The red flag's got out. Obviously there will be a result, but let's hope Mickey's okay. He just caught the back wheel, it looked like to me, and down he went. But what a sensational race until that happened. So the race result taken on 3 laps, and it was a win for number 101, Cameron Taylor. In second place, number 4, Kai Ward. In third place, number 21, George Pardo. Fourth was number 84, Eli Meadows. In fifth place was number 27, Vinnie Smith. And in sixth place, it was 187, Aidan Hinchcliffe. That's 147 in your programme, but he's riding 187. So the numbers, the finishing order, were 101, 4, 21, 84, 27 and 187. So he gingerly makes his way back off the racetrack. Hopefully he's just a bit shook up. What started to be a fantastic race is not ended too happy there for Mickey, but hopefully he'll be back out on the racetrack for his second race. So, rider makes his way back down into the pits. Non-starter is Brandon Guttridge, number 174. And there is an addition to the programme, and that's number 12, Jordan Cross. Well, it's great to see Jordan Cross on track, of course, because I've watched so many great grass tracks in the past with Simon Cross, his dad, riding, so it's good to see son following in wheel tracks. So away we go with the novices, except for 2. We've got 2 stranded on the line, so not a good start for those 2. So a chance, as I said, for some of the other riders to shine. But away is number 76, followed by 3. So 76 is Brad Hardman, and number 3, Lindsay Vaughan. And, well, Brad's going very well, because he's actually on a 250cc machine. So, and from not far away from Egypt. So number 76 then, Brad leads, followed by 3, and then behind him it is number 12. And that's Jordan Cross, so obviously he's doing very well out there, so Simon's obviously giving him some tuition. But, well, we're now. And a quarter of a lap lead, number 76, Brad Hardman on the 250cc machine. Then Lindsay Vaughan, and then is young Mr. Cross, Jordan Cross, number 12. So that's the order, that's the top 3. Jordan trying to close in then on Lindsay. Good win there for the young man there on number 76 on the 250cc. Brad Hardman takes the victory, followed by 3, 12, and then it was 59, Danny Drew. So the result of race number 6, a win for number 76, Brad Hardman. So it's a win for Brad Hardman, number 76. Second, number 3, Lindsay Vaughan. Third, number 12, Jordan Cross. In fourth place, number 59, Danny Drew. And in fifth place, number 13, Morgan Alexander. So 76, 3, 12, 59 and number 13. And now we move on to the 500 British Pre-75 Championships, where I hand over to my good friend here, Colin.
Thank you very much indeed, Dave. We look at then the first heat of the 500 solos for Pre-75s. Good looking lineup for this first heat, sponsored by MANT Heating and Plumbing. So lineup then with Tim Curnock in action, Derren Harris, Rob Fortune, Andrew Gomm, Adrian Vaughan, Martin Adams, Gary Holton, Phil Kinman and Kenny Blaine, the riders in action this first heat of the 500 solos. Somebody circling round at the back of the grid. Obviously could well be Phil Kinman that's circling round there on that far side, waiting to come into line. May have a few clutch problems over there. So he's finally coming right to the outside of the grid for race number 1. Good to see a full lineup across the grid for the first heat of the 500. Somebody rolling in the tapes and somebody's gone straight through the tapes. So that's not the best of starts there. Interested to see what the clerk of the course does about that one. Revving up for the second time. Again they rev up, Starlet moves away. Tim Curnock making a pretty good start, but he's not. It looks like Rob Fortune leading him up the back straight the first time. Tim Curnock goes through in his second place. Curnock gets through on the inside of Fortune and leads into that top corner for the first time then. It's Curnock who leads, and he's on for the win for place to the back as well. It's Curnock leads him, but Fortune in second, Gomm was in third, Vaughan in 4, Adams in 5, Blaine in 6, that's the top 6. They go up the back straight on lap number 2. Tim Curnock starting to pull away at the front then from Gomm holding that second place position. Fortune has got the third, Vaughan gets inside Adams to move through into 5th place. They exit that top corner again, complete lap number 2 then. Curnock is in 5, Blaine is in 6, that's still the top 6 then. As Derren Harris is in 7, Holton in 8. So Tim Curnock, the longer the race goes, the farther he's getting away at the front. Gomm looks to have settled for that second place. Fortune's got the third. Adams gets a little bit closer in 4th place. That's compared then for Curnock. Gomm in second. Fortune in third. Adams in 4. Vaughan in 5. These feet pulling away from Derren Harris, who's got position number 6. We've lost somebody on that particular lap. As a leader, Tim Curnock looks behind him. It's Kenny Blaine we've lost on that third lap. Tim Curnock a big lead going into the top corner for the final time. So an excellent start. Tim Curnock wins the first heat of the 500. Andy Gomm gets the second. Fortune in third. Adams in 4. Vaughan is in 5. That'll give Harris 6. Oldham 7th place. The result of that race then is a win for number 726, Tim Curnock. Second, number 261, Andy Gomm. And third, number 51, Rob Fortune. 12, 124, 171, and number 7. So 726, 261, 51, 12, 124, 171 and number 7. Next race again is sponsored by MANT Heating and Plumbing. There will be a non-start in this race. John Underwood has had machine problems in the practice, so unfortunately John will be a non-starter in this particular heat. Reigning champion Dave Hammond in action. Neil Copestake, Gerald Shorty and Guthridge, Tony George, Keith Snelling, Phil Spencer and Mark Gaither are the riders in action in this second heat of the 500s. Coming up then for the second heat of the 500s, away they go. Dave Hammond making a cracking start. Ian Guttridge, the rider that's gone with him. Neil Copestake goes through on the inside. Guttridge again back round the outside. They're going to be three abreast going in that top corner for the first time. As Hammond leads them with Copestake on the inside. Guttridge coming round the outside. That's the top three. Phil Ranson pulled out with machine problems on that first corner. As Hammond leads, then Copestake gets through on the inside of Hammond. Hammond again sweeps back round the outside to retake the lead going up that back straight. Hammond leads them, but Copestake in second. Guttridge is in third place. Gaither is in fourth. And only the four left running in this second heat of the 500s. Then as Dave Hammond takes a wide line, and then Copestake trying to get through on the inside, momentarily gets through. He gets the corner first. Hammond again sweeps back round the outside to retake the lead then. Hammond leads then. Copestake again comes back up the inside to retake the lead. They're locked together going up the back straight on lap number 2. Hammond on the outside. Copestake again trying to get back through on the inside. Copestake gets back through on the inside, relegates Hammond to second. Hammond tries to cut back to the inside run as Copestake leads him on to lap number 4 then. Hammond has got the second place position there, a long way clear of Guttridge in third. Gaither is the only rider going in fourth place. We look at that good scrap at the front then, and Copestake has the advantage then, but Hammond in second place, about 3 miles between them. They hit the top corner for the final time. It looks as if the defending champion is going to be beaten in first place this afternoon. Neil Copestake wins it. Dave Hammond gets the second place position. Ian Guttridge comes across the line in third, and that will give Mark Gaither fourth place. Race 9 result, to win for number 11, Neil Copestake. Second, number 120, Dave Hammond. And third, 174, Ian Guttridge. Fourth, number 337. So 11, 120, 174, 337. The next race is the GT140, sponsored by JoJo's Catering. Don't forget that the burger bar is open down there if you want some refreshment even while the racing is on. So Gary Finlow, in fact that's the next race. This race is Tim Gregg, Chris Orris, Morgan Alexander, Glyn Stanton, Julie Alexander, and one addition, number 9, Paul Smith. Good to see Tim Gregg back racing on the grass, but he's not made the best of starts. In fact, he's very, very slow away. That's unusual there for Tim Gregg as they sort themselves out coming up the back straight for the first time then. Glyn Stanton starting to work his way through the pack. He's gone through the 30s on the shoulder of the second place rider as they come to complete the opening lap. Then the race is on the inside. Number 9 has gone through on the inside. That's the addition, Paul Smith. He leads it then. Glyn Stanton's got that third place and looking to go through into second place as Smith leads at the back straight for the second time then. Still Smith holding that, Stanton holding that third place position. These two pulling away from Tim Gregg, starting to work his way through the pack to go into that fourth position. As they complete that one then, it's still Smith who has to manage it, but Alexander holding that second place position. Stanton has got the third. Gregg is in fourth. The other Alexander is in 5. That's the top 5 as they make their way up the back straight. Once again, Glyn stands again trying to get round the outside of Alexander to go through in the second place. Is Paul Smith pulling away at the front then. And this is the first of the GT140s. Smith cleared the front, still a good scrap then on the second and third. Alexander holds the second, stands again round the outside. Look from Standard's bike has given up the ghost. He's come to a stop on third. So Tim Gregg now goes through into that third place position. Paul Smith well cleared the front then. Alexander is in second. Gregg is in third. A rider falls while holding fourth place. A rider down in fourth place as we watch the leader coming up that top corner for the final time. It's Paul Smith who wins the first heat of the GT140. Alexander gets the second. Gregg is going to come across the line third. Stanton's not down again. He is in fourth. And Chris Orris in fifth place. Race 9 then, sponsored by JoJo's Catering. A win for number 9, the addition Paul Smith. Second, number 15, Julie Alexander. And third, number 10, Tim Gregg. 811180. So 9, 15, 10, 811180. Another heat of the 140s, again sponsored by JoJo's Catering. There will be one non-starter, number 81, Lester Denham is a non-starter for this race 10. So revving up on the line then, up for the tape, so away we go then. Mark Collins making a good start. Kevin Bundock's gone as well. They're going to be three abreast going at the back straight for the first time. Trevor Stewart comes into the axis while he's starting to work his way through the pack to go through into that 5th place position. But up on that top corner is Mark Collins who has the advantage. Evan Bundock holding that 2nd place position. Flowers has gone through the 3rd. Stewart is now up to 4th place. Collins leads, Bundock 2nd, Flowers 3rd. Stewart is in 4th. That's at the top 4. Danny Holt now looking to go through into the 5th place position as Mark Collins clear going up that back straight, being chased by Kevin Bundock in 2nd. These two pulling away from Sam Flowers in 3rd. Stewart now goes through on the inside. Flowers to go through into that 3rd place position. So Flowers has gone from 2nd to 4th place as Collins still leads it. Bundock holds that 2nd place. Stewart now goes through into that 3rd place. Number 8, Gary Finlow's gone through the 4th. Sam Flowers back to 5. Danny Hogg is in position number 6. A good race still going on at the front. Then it's still Collins has the advantage over Bundock. Collins looks behind him. He's got 2 bites on Bundock going into that top corner once again. They're 2 abreast for 3rd and 4th places also as Collins leads it from Bundock holding 2nd place. Finlow has now gone through into that 3rd. Stewart goes back and tries to get back inside Finlow. Does get back inside Finlow as they enter the pits corner. Bundock gets inside Collins, but Collins again back round the outside and Collins leads up that back straight once again from Bundock holding 2nd place. Finlow has got the 3rd. Stewart is in 4. Flowers in 5, Hogg is in position number 6, the leaders at the top corner for the final time, and this is the second leader of GT140. Collins gets the winning ride, Bundock gets in 2nd, Finlow is in 3rd, Stewart is in 4, Flowers in 5, Hogg in 6th place. Race 10 result to win for 305, Mark Collins. 2nd number 56, Kevin Bundock, and 3rd number 8, Gary Finlow. 77, 44 and 27. 305, 56, 8, 77, 44, 207. Next race sponsored by Covcom, delete number 20. Looks like Billy Winterburn having a job to get started there. Passenger become driver this afternoon. So good to see the 4 crews on the line of these novices. Be interested to see how they go here this afternoon. Billy Winterburn, Anthony Sales, Steve Adams and Andy Minard, the 4 crews in action. Andy Minard on the inside, Sales next to him, then Billy Winterburn with Adams on the outside. Away they go then, they make a pretty equal break, and who's got the advantage then? They come in by us the first time, it is Sales who leads it. Billy Winterburn now goes through in the 2nd, Sales leads it, but Winterburn is in 2nd. Minard's a surprise, he's back in 4th, but trying to get through on the inside to move through into 3rd place as Sales leads in the back straight for the first time. Winterburn has got the 2nd place position. Minard is in 3rd, with Adams back in 4th place. Oh, and the leader spun it completely around, and Billy Winterburn did very well indeed to miss him there. The passenger almost off in front of Billy Winterburn, who did very well to take evasive action. We're still racing under yellow flags at the moment, and Winterburn leads then. Adams has now gone through in the 2nd, relegated Minard to 3rd. Sells has got going again in 4th place. They need to keep going because Billy Winterburn's slowing up. There were no red flags shown at all. We're still racing under the yellows. They have now disappeared, so we're back to normal racing conditions. As Billy Winterburn clear at the front then. As he completes that lap, it's Billy Winterburn well clear at the front then. From Adams has now gone through into that 2nd place position. Sales retaken 3rd despite spinning round. Minard drops back to 4th, so Sales despite virtually coming up has rejoined the race and got back up to 3rd place as Billy Winterburn leads into the pits corner for the final time, 3rd time. Sales goes roaring back through on the inside to move back through into 2nd place as Winterburn leads. Sales came off and now worked his way back through into 2nd place. Adams is in 3rd. Minard's turned to spin it round this time on the pits corner, so it's all happening in the first heat of the novice sidecars. They're spread all around the circuit at the moment, but it's Billy Winterburn that's going to pick up the winning ride with Ryan Wharton in the chair. Billy Winterburn wins it. Very eventful ride for the 2nd place crew. That's Anthony Sales. He gets 2nd with Steve Adams in 3rd place. That race sponsored by Covcomp is a win for number 94, Billy Winterburn and Ryan Wharton. 2nd, number 778, a very eventful ride there for Anthony Sales and Wayne Powell. And 3rd, 596, Steve Adams and Andrew Rawson. So 94, 778 and 596. Race 12 is the Pre-75 British Championship 250s second leg. Chris White is number 69, not number 1. On the line then for the second heat in the championship for the 250s. Phil Ranson will need a good ride. The defending champion being put back to third place. Phil Ranson makes a start, leaps out of the start there. Roger Taylor's gone within. Ranson leads it. Taylor's gone through into second place position. That's the top two. Charles Dismore winning the first heat, back in fourth place. Luke Tuck starting to work his way through the pack as they come by. It's the first time. Ransom's in the front. Roger Taylor in second. Taylor's in third. Dismore in four. Tuck in five. Watts in six. Bury in seven. Snow in eight. That's the top eight as they go up the back straight. Once again, it's Ransom at the front. They're being chased by Bedingfield, who's got that second place. And Luke Tucker's come for nowhere to go through the third. Charles Dismore now starting to drop back for the pack. Good action at the front between Ransom and Bedingfield, scrapping for that first place. Ransom leads them. Bedingfield second place. Tucker's up to third. Taylor relegated to four. Dismore five. Watts in six. Bury is in seven. Snow in eighth place. That's still the eight, making their way out the back straight once again. Phil Ransom looks behind him. He's pulling away from Bedingfield. That's scrapped the first and second. Roger Taylor back on the shoulder of Luke Tuck, looking for that third place position as Ransom leads them onto that forward. Bedingfield over second. Tuck is up to third. Taylor four. Dismore five. Bury six. Watts in seven. So Phil Ransom after being back in third place in the opening race is going to hit back with a winning ride this time. It's clear. Halfway up the back straight for the followers on them. Bedingfield holds that second. Dismore gets back inside Roger Taylor to move back through in the fourth. So Roger Taylor unfortunately has gone from second to fifth place. Ransom wins it. Bedingfield is up to second. Tucker in third. Dismore in four. Taylor is in five. Bury in six. Watts in seven. Snow in eighth place. Your result then of race number 12, sponsored by Cofcom, for win for number 6, Phil Ranson. Second number 73, Carl Bedingfield, and third number 89, Luke Tuck. 182, 438, 411, 44, and 189. So 6, 73, 89, 182, 438, 411, 44 and 189 over today then for the next 6 races.
So we're on then with race number 13. This is the Youth Juniors, their second leg, sponsored by Clarabella Limited. Austin Riches took control last time and took victory, and Thomas Vining took second place. Thomas has come all the way from Guernsey, so a long distance traveller here for this event. So this is leg number 2, the way they go from the tapes, and we'll see whether it's the same boys who dominate this one. But Austin looked pretty invincible first time around, so we'll see whether he can do the business again this time, and he's in the play. Second place for him as he comes at the inside, and he's about to take the lead. He doesn't get through. Thomas Vining from Guernsey goes wide, left a big gap, and through came number 46, Austin Riches. These two obviously going to do what they did in the first leg and dominate. So number 46 then leads, and see if Thomas can fight back, but I think he hasn't got the speed that number 46 has, but he's well clear of the rest of the field. Third place, 257. That is Rico Joyce. And number 94, William Child, who finished third first time out. He's back in fourth place. But our leader then is number 46, Austin Riches, only just ahead of number 55, Thomas Vining. Shows the boy all the way to Guernsey. There. Still no change, 257, Rico Joyce, and then William Child. Behind William and Child is Bristol rider Max Derrick, number 6. So that's the leaderboard. That's the checkered flags made ready for number 46, Austin Riches. 2 races, 2 wins for Austin. Thomas Vining got that second place. Then it was 257, Rico Joyce, and number 94. And that was William Child. So that was the top 4 We'll give you the official result in just a second, but another very, very convincing win there for Austin Riches, number 46. So, as number 11 goes over the line, we'll give you the result. A win for number 46, Austin Riches. In second place, number 55, Thomas Fining. In third place, number 257, Rico Joyce. Fourth place went to number 94, William Child. In fifth place, number 82, Theo Copestake. Sixth place went to number 6, Max Derrick. Seventh, number 97, Ethan Child. Eighth place, number 9, Kia Sales. And in ninth place, number 11, Jack Rogers. The numbers in finishing order were 46, 55, 257, 94, 82, 6, 97, 9, and number 11. That's how they finished then in race number 13. Race number 14 is the little ones now. It's the cadets and auto cadets. And this one is sponsored by Clarabella Limited. In the first race, it was Archie Rolfe who took victory ahead of Oliver Bovington, and then it was Caden Mundy. That's how they finished first time out. So it's a mixture of cadets and auto cadets, the ones just starting out on grass track racing. So they come round for the first time. Start from number 15, but again, just as the first race, it's Archie Rolfe who's taken over. So Archie Rolfe, number 3, leads with Oliver Bovington in second place, the rider from the Southwestern Centre, and then Caden Mundy in third place, and then new boy on the track there, Archie Whitelum, number 92, in fourth spot. But no stopping then, Archie Rolfe as he pulls away from number 15, Oliver Bovington. And then Caden Mundy, number 8, just keeping a watching brief there in third place. Then we have little Archie Whitelum, the next generation of Whitelums, making his way round just down by the pits area. 1 lap to go then for our leader. So Archie Rolfe and Oliver Bovington, and then number 8 Caden Mundy on their final lap.
Yeah, they've been dosing all year. Number 3, he's just had the advantage all the time. 15,
So Archie then takes the checker flag. Number 15 then, second place, Oliver Bovington in second, Caden Mundy third, and Archie Whitelum fourth. So just 4 there. A win for number 3, Archie Rolfe. In second place, number 15, Oliver Bovington. Third place, number 8, Caden Mundy. And in fourth place, number 92, Archie Whitelum. The numbers were 3, 15, 8 and 92. We're now back on to the 350 British Pre-75 Championship, the second leg, and it's again sponsored as first by Neville Millward. So thank you again, Neville, for sponsoring the 350s. Race number 15, this is in your programme. In the first leg, it was number 11, Neil Copestake, who just won the leg ahead of Dave Wright, with Martin Adams in third, and the reigning champion, Chris Mackett, he was down in fourth place. Gerald started well, but he's obviously race rusty, hasn't raced at all this year. He dropped right back into 8th place. So we'll see then who's going to take the honours here as they come to the line then for race number 15. So the riders are still making their way out. I don't think we got the full grid this time, so we may have lost a couple. 7 riders I think we have there. And then race number 15 then, the tapes rise, and it's go, go, go for the British 350 Championship. Chris Mackett got a good start, but it's Neil Copestake on the inside. Number 11 keeping it tight on the inside, and let's see if no, he's dropped back in the second. Dave Wright giving what he reached in third. Oh, looks like Martin Adams has got problems. Number 12 then pulls out, but a great scrap going on up front with Neil Copestake looking in control here. I mean, won the first leg. He's got the better of Chris Mackett, the reigning champion here. Neil Copestake, Chris Mackett, then Dave Wright. Then we have number 124, Adrian Vaughan. Then it's 189, Rob Snow, just ahead of Luke Tuck. Luke Tuck, the Swindon rider, comes up the inside of Rob Snow, so we change of position there. Up front, though, with just 100 bit lap to go, it's Neil Copestake who leads the way. Dave Wright getting the better of Chris Mackett. Dave cuts up the inside and pulls ahead of Chris. And there the chase is on to see if he can close that gap on Neil Copestake. Dave Wright is a former AMCA British Pre-75 champion, but makes no inroads here as number 11, Neil Copestake, takes the victory. Dave Wright got second, and 124, and then Luke Tuck gets the better of number 189, Rob Snow. The results of race number 15, a win for number 11, Neil Copestake. In second place, number 38, Dave Wright. In third place, number 68, Chris Mackett. Fourth was 124, Adrian Vaughan. Fifth, number 89, Luke Tuck. And in sixth place, number 189, Rob Snow. The numbers were 11, 38, 68, 124, 89 and 189 was how they finished in the second leg of the 350s. So 2 races, 2 wins for Neil Copestake in the championship. Of course, 4 legs they got to race, so it's still 2 to go. Next up, race 16, it's the intermediate youth, and this one is sponsored by RTS Racing Products. Now we'll see whether Mickey is back out on track. I think it looks like we may have a full grid, so keep our fingers crossed. Cameron Taylor took the honours first time out. Kai Ward gets a good start, number 4. As they come round towards us, Kai Ward then Cameron Taylor. It's 21 and 27. So 21, George Pardo, 27, Vinnie Smith. That's the other rider, so no Mickey Simpson, which is unfortunate. High, just ahead of Cameron. Cameron looks at the inside line, tries to get from the inside. Kai fights back, it's wheel to wheel over on that back straight now, with Kai Ward just getting his nose in front. Now Cameron comes up the inside. Is he going to get through? He looks like he is going to get through. Kai Ward's going to fight back. They're side by side on the final lap. Wheel to wheel. What a fantastic scrap this is for the youngsters. What a great future they've got on the grass tracks. Number 21 then is George Pardo. He's the best of the rest as the battle is going to go right to the checkered flag here. Cameron Taylor though, 101, looks like he's just going to get there, or is he? Just right to the inside. Wow, that was close indeed. Well, I'll check with the lap scores, but I believe that Cameron just got there. Tremendous racing there in this intermediate youth class. The result of race number 16, the Youth Inters, second leg, sponsored by RTS Racing Products, a win for 101, Cameron Taylor. In second place, number 4, Kai Ward. In third place, number 21, George Pardo. In fourth place, number 27, Vinnie Smith. In 5th place, number 84, Eli Meadows. And in 6th place, number 187, Aidan Hinchcliffe. The numbers were, in finishing order, 101, 4, 21, 27, 84, and 187 was how they finished. 187 is 147 in your programme, so 187 is Aidan Hinchcliffe. Race number 17, and we're back with the novice solos. This again is sponsored by RTS Racing Products, and the first leg was won by Evesham rider Brad Hardman. So the novices take to the track, and of course it's the same. Brandon Gutteridge is a non-starter, but we've got number 12 in there, Jordan Cross, as the addition to the programme. So the riders come out up to the tapes, and this is race 17 in your programme. Tapes rise, and it's go, go, go. We'll see how this little 250 does this time. He hasn't got a good start. He's down in 3rd place, but we'll see. Brad Hardman did very well first time out to get through. We'll see what he does this time on that little 250. But at the moment, he's away. Number 27, Harry Gent. So Harry, I believe, is related to Graham, who used to race regular back in the 1980s, and used to come down to my area, the Wessex Centre, on a regular basis. Did Graham, same similar race number, so I believe that he must be related. Second place is the little 250 of Brad Hardman. He's moved up into 2nd spot, and we'll see if he can catch Harry. But at the moment, Harry, number 27, is certainly doing the business here. Brad trying to close up, rail there, just over his shoulder, checking the opposition, and he can see that Jordan Cross is just behind him in 3rd place, and then we have Lindsay Vaughan. But leading the way is Harry Gent. He takes the checker flag, victory. Number 76 gets the 2nd place, and a great scrap for 3rd. I think Lindsay Vaughan just got there, but we'll check with the lap scores. The result of race number 17. A win for number 27, Harry Gent. In 2nd place, number 76, Brad Hardman. In 3rd place, number 12, Jordan Cross. 4th, number 3, Lindsay Vaughan. In 5th place, number 59, Danny Drew. And in 6th place, number 13, Morgan Alexander. The numbers were 27, 76, 12, 3, 59, and number 13. Race 18 is next, and it's the pre-75s, the British Championship, 2nd leg. So the riders then coming out for the line to race 18. You will notice, of course, that with race 18 and 19, the riders will be coming out in different races to the ones programmed, because there was a malfunction in the programme. So it's so we'll take you across the line who's in it, because the riders are actually being split. Otherwise, they'd all be competing against the same riders every time if they hadn't changed it. This one is sponsored by Pillerton Priors Garage. Pillerton Priors Garage. And if I remember rightly, isn't that the Wickham family? Well, Phil Corrin stood behind me. You should be out there racing, Phil. Right, away we go. Then we have one rider looking down. There's all problems there for one. And got his bike going, but way back now behind the others as they come down towards the start, but it's not good enough because Tim Curnock leads the way. Rob Fortune closes right up. Rob tries to go around the outside. Would you believe that his 30 years this year that Rob Fortune won the Free County Show Trophy. Tim Curnock then from Neil Copestake, then Rob Fortune. Pulled well clear of number 124, Adrian Vaughan. Then number 7, it is Gary Holtham. That's the order as they go round. But Tim Curnock looking good for another win here. Neil Copestake not quite so dominant in the 500s. And Rob Fortune keeping a watching brief there in 3rd spot. But it looks like Tim Curnock is going to take the victory here in race number 18. Neil Copestake gets 2nd place. Rob Fortune comes around to take the 3rd place. And then our final 2 riders come round for 4th and 5th. 4th then it is number 124, Adrian Vaughan. And in 5th place, going over the line there, number 7, Gary Holtham. So the result of race 18, the first heat of leg 2 of the British 500 Pre-75 Championship, a win for number 726, Tim Curnock. In 2nd place, number 11, Neil Copestake. In 3rd place, number 51, Rob Fortune. 4th place went to 124, Adrian Vaughan. And in 5th place, number 7, Gary Holtham. The numbers were 726, 11, 51, 124 and number 7. So, we go hand over to Colin.
Simon and Phil just having a little bit of late practice there, so we move on then to the last heat. So in this heat we have Dave Hammond, Mark Gaither, Ian Guttridge, Keith Snelling, Phil Spencer, Martin Adams, Andrew Gomm, Phil Kinman and Derren Harris. They will be the riders for race number 19 because, as Dave said, there is a problem with the printing of the programme. The riders are about the same heat each time and certain riders would not have met other riders, so that is why, and the same applies to race 20 and 21.
Wow.
So let's got much more riders out this time then for this another heat of the 500s. Up for the take, bit of a ragged start. Dave Hammond's made a good start and trying to get through on the inside. He does get through on the inside. The lead going up the back's for Andy Gomm, starting to work his way through the pack. So is Martin Adams. Ian Guttridge making a big move around the outside of that top corner. Miss Dave Hammond who has the advantage. He's on White. Adams in 2nd. Hammond in 2nd. Adams goes through into 3rd place. That's the top 3 as they make their way up the back straight once again. Phil Kinman's gone through into 4th. He's coming under pressure. Then Derren Harris to the leading 2 start. They get away at the front then. Andy Gomm leads then from Dave Hammond, the reigning champion of the class, has got in 2nd place. Gomm Adams is in 3rd. Kinman is in 4th. Harris is in 5. Guttridge drops back to 6th. Spencer is in 7th place. That's the riders end. They make their way up the back straight once again. Andy Gomm really getting away the front. He's a long way clear of Dave Hammond in this particular heat then. So Gomm takes a wide line. Hammond taking a much tighter line, but Gomm has got the speed and leads him on the last four. Gomm leads him, and Hammond in 2nd. Adams is in 3rd. Derren Harris goes through into 4th place position. That's the top 4 as they make their way up the back straight. Follows on, bit of a moment there for Andy Gomm on the exit from the pits corner. He leads into that top corner for the final time. So Dave Hammond the 10th for 2nd place in this particular heat. Andy Gomm wins it. 2nd is Dave Hammond. Then he's 9th to 3rd and 4th. Adams, then Harris, Kinman, Ian Guttridge, Phil Spencer and Gaither is the last rider across the line. The result of that race then, sponsored by Pillerton Prars Garage, is a win for 261 Andy Gomm. Second number 120 Dave Hammond, and third 171 Derren Harris. 12, 77, 174, 921 and 337. So 261 120, 171 12, 77 174, 921 337. Race number 20. Again, the riders have got to be mixed. So in this first heat, we've got Chris Norris, Morgan Alexander, Julie Alexander, Paul Smith, Danny Hogg, Gary Finlow and Mark Collins. They will be in action in this race number 20, sponsored by EW Commercial Publications. Microphone has fallen apart, sorry for that, as they come by for the first time. Kevin Bundock for manager, but Trevor Stewart in second, Clint Standers in third, Sam Flowers in fourth, Tim Gray surprisingly back in fifth place, and unusual to see Tim that far back as Bundock clear going up that back straight. Stanton over to second, Stewart in third, Flowers in four, Greg is in five, equal distance between the five as they move into that top corner, taking closer order of first and the second place is still Bundock against Stanton trying to find a line round the outside. Bundock looks back to see Stanton holding that second place position. Stewart's got the third, Flowers are in four, Greg takes closer order in five, good scrap for first and second, and still Bundock with the advantage then. Van Stanton holding second, he's getting away. Van Stewart in third, Flowers in four, Greg trying to improve upon that fifth place position. The leader's at the top corner once again, and that leader is still Kevin Bundock, and despite the best efforts of Van Stanton, he can't find a way past, and he's moving on to four then. Bundock clears, Van Stanton in second, Stewart in third, Flowers now coming under pressure for Tim Gregg in that race for fourth and fifth places as Bundock leads by a bike going up the back straight on lap number 4. Still Stanton second, Stewart a lonely ride in third. Gregg has now gone through into fourth, relegating Sam Flowers to position number 5. Off the top corner, fourth and four time. Kevin Bundock gets the winning ride. Clint Stanton gets the second, Stewart in third, Gregg in fourth, Flowers in fifth place. That race sponsored by EW Commercial Publications, a win for number 56, Kevin Bundock. Second, number 811, Glyn Stanton. And third, number 77, Trevor Stewart. 10 and 44. The riders for the next heat. So race number 21, sponsored by Black Orchid Photography. Where they go, they all making a good start. Mark Collins has made the best out of all. He's a leader going up the back straight for the first time. And somebody trying to get through on the inside, the shoulder, they go in that top corner. It's Mark Collins who has the advantage going in, takes a wide line, leaving a big gap on the inside line. Collins leads Alexander in second, Smith is in third, Finlow is in fourth. They go up the back straight once again. Mark Collins cleared then. Smith has got through on the inch of Alexander to go through in the second place, and Mark Collins went really wide and Smith's alongside him now, and Smith hit the front. Collins again back round the outside, Smith back through on the inside. These two locked together for first and second place, but Smith has got the clearer on the inside. He now leads Edward Collins into second place. Alexander is in third, Finlow is in fourth place. These four a long way clear of number 13 and number 27, Danny Hogg. They make their way up the back straight once again then. Smith won the first time out, looks like winning this heat of the 140s as well then. It's Alexander doing the chasing there in second place. Collins doing the chasing in second place. They complete that lap. Fifth lead then, but Collins in second. Alexander's in third. Finlow gets closer in fourth. They're at the pits corner on lap number 4 and up the back straight they go once again. Finlow using every inch of track there in that third place position. As it's still Smith who leads in. Then Collins holding that second place. Alexander's got the third. Finlow is in fourth, coming out of that top corner. 44 time. Paul Smith picks up his second win of the afternoon. Collins gets the second. Finlow goes through into third. Alexander relegated to 4. Danny Hogg up to 5 and number 13 in 6th place. Race 21, Black Orchard Photography, the sponsors, won by number 9, Paul Smith. Second, number 305, Mark Collins. And third, number 8, Gary Finlow. 15, 27 and 13. So 9, 305, 8, 15, 27 and number 13. Race 22, sponsored by Banner the Spanner, delete number 20.